Imagine you walk into a room. You are 5 minutes late. You feel the eyes, hundreds of them, laser-focused on your face. You feel the sweat on your palms. You feel your posture stiffen. You trip slightly on the carpet. Your brain screams, "Everyone saw that! Everyone is judging me! Everyone is laughing!" You spend the rest of the night replaying that 1-second loop in your head.
This is the psychological equivalent of the Panopticon. In the 18th century, philosopher Jeremy Bentham designed a prison where the inmates could be watched at any moment, but they could never tell when they were being watched. The result? The prisoners policed themselves. They lived in constant fear of an invisible observer. Social anxiety is a mental panopticon. You believe there is a central tower. You believe the world is watching you, grading you, and judging your every micro movement.
But here is the glitch in the matrix. The tower is empty. This is the spotlight effect. It is the cognitive bias that convinces you that you are the main character in the movie of life. It is a prison built of light, but the door is unlocked. Because the truth is not that people hate you. The truth is much colder and much more liberating. People do not care about you. In this video, we will deconstruct the science of self-consciousness. We will analyze the famous Manilow T-Shirt Experiment. We will explore the philosophy of Sonder, and we will use the framework of Optimistic Nihilism to burn the prison down. Welcome to Umbra Decode. It is time to turn off the lights.
Why does public embarrassment feel like death? Why does stumbling over your words in a presentation trigger the same biological response as being chased by a predator? Because 50,000 years ago, social rejection was death. We are tribal primates. We are weak, slow, and soft. We survived only because we banded together. Your standing in the hierarchy, your reputation, was your currency for food, protection, and mating.
If you acted weird in the tribe, if you broke a social norm, you risked exile. And in the Paleolithic era, exile meant freezing to death or being eaten. So nature installed a warning system: shame. Shame is the pain that keeps you in line. When you feel embarrassment, your amygdala floods your system with cortisol. It creates a fight-or-flight response. Your brain is screaming, "Fix this, realign with the tribe, or we will die."
This is an evolutionary mismatch. You are running ancient software in a modern world. In 2025, the tribe is not 50 people. It is 8 billion. If you trip on the stairs in front of strangers, nothing happens. You do not starve, you do not freeze, the strangers do not care. The fear is real, but the danger is an illusion. You are guarding a fortress that no one is attacking. Is it all in your head? Or are people really judging you? Let's look at the data. In the year 2000, psychologists Thomas Gilovich and Kenneth Savitsky conducted a landmark study at Cornell University. They asked students to wear an incredibly embarrassing T-shirt featuring a giant face of the singer Barry Manilow and walk into a crowded classroom late. The researchers asked the students, "What percentage of people in that room noticed your shirt?" The students guessed 50%. They felt that half the room was staring at them. They felt the spotlight. Then the researchers surveyed the people in the room. Did you notice who walked in? What were they wearing? The actual number was less than 23%. And of those few who noticed, none of them cared. They didn't judge the student. They just saw a shirt. This gap between the 50% you feel and the 20% who look is the spotlight effect. You overestimate your visibility by a factor of 2 or 3. Furthermore, there is the illusion of transparency. You believe that your internal state leaks out. You think everyone can see your hands shaking, your heart racing, or your insecurity. In reality, people are terrible mind readers. To them, you don't look nervous. You just look quiet. You are transparent to yourself, but opaque to the world. You are suffering from a private drama that no one else has tickets to.
This brings us to the harshest but most necessary truth of this video. Social anxiety is often a form of inverted narcissism. We tend to think of narcissists as arrogant people who love themselves, but narcissism is simply the belief that you are the center of the universe. The arrogant narcissist thinks everyone is admiring me. The anxious narcissist thinks everyone is judging me. Both of them believe that everyone is looking at them.
Think about your own thoughts. What do you spend 99% of your time thinking about? You think about your bills, your health, your appearance, your awkward comment. Guess what? Everyone else is doing the exact same thing. The late writer David Foster Wallace described this as our default setting, the automatic wiring that puts us at the center of all experience.
They are not thinking about your bad haircut. They are thinking about their bad haircut. They are not thinking about your stumble. They are wondering if they look fat in these jeans. You are worried they are judging you. They are worried you are judging them. It is a room full of people staring at mirrors, terrified that the reflections are looking back.
To cure this, you need a new word in your vocabulary: sonder. Sonder is the realization that each random passerby is living a life as vivid and complex as your own. They have their own heartbreaks, their own ambitions, their own debts, and their own childhood traumas. To them, you are just an extra in the background of their movie, and extras are allowed to make mistakes without ruining the plot.
There's a famous maxim known as the 20-40-60 rule. It goes like this. At age 20, you worry about what everyone thinks of you. At age 40, you stop caring what everyone thinks of you. At age 60, you realize no one was ever thinking about you.
Why wait until you were 60 to reach this conclusion? You can have that freedom right now. The moment you realize how little you matter to strangers, you are free. Indifference is not cruel. Indifference is safe. If no one cares, then you have permission to exist. If biology and psychology don't cure you, philosophy will. Let us adopt the perspective of optimistic nihilism. Look at the scale of the universe. You live on a small rock circling a mediocre star in a forgotten arm of a galaxy containing 100 billion other stars. You will be alive for maybe 80 years. That is a blink of an eye in cosmic time. In 100 years, no one will remember your name. In 1,000 years, no one will remember your country. In the face of entropy and the heat death of the universe, does it really matter if your voice cracked during a presentation? Does it really matter if you have a stain on your shirt?
Your embarrassment is mathematically zero. This sounds depressing, but it is actually total freedom. If nothing matters, then your mistakes don't matter. If no one remembers, then you are free to experiment, to fail, to be weird, and to be bold. You are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, but the world doesn't even know you are holding it. Drop the weight.
How do we practice this? You cannot think your way out of anxiety. You must act your way out. The Stoic philosopher Cato the Younger had a technique called shame attacking. He would deliberately wear the wrong color tunic to the Senate. He would walk barefoot. He invited ridicule. Why? To callous his mind against the opinions of others. He taught himself, they are laughing and I am not harmed. Here is your protocol. The Starbucks Challenge. Go to a public place. Lie down on the floor for 10 seconds. Do not explain yourself. Then get up and order your coffee. Your heart will pound. Your brain will scream that you are dying. But watch what happens. A few people will look. Some might smile. Most will ignore you. And then life goes on.
The sky doesn't fall, the police don't come. You realize the monster was a hologram. The audience was never there. You have been performing for an empty theater your whole life, so you might as well play the role you want to play.
To exit the simulation, subscribe to Umbra Decode. No one is watching.